Then you turn around and say, where's the leaders of the deen? I'm asking you a question. Did you put your bright child to become a leader of the deen? Or did you put him in a university without any recognition of deen? Then why are you complaining for? You pay £25 an hour for his tuition. You sent him to the best school. You had him tuition. You never cared about him madrasa studies. And then you turn around. You have the gall and the audacity to say, where are the leaders of the deen? You never invested in the deen and you want mangoes on the tree. Why would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect the house of Allah which had mushrikeen in it against an army which was Christians? At least they were Ahlul Kitab. And these people were mushrikeen and they had 360 idols in the house. Why would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect the house against these people? Very interesting. The reason that Allah protected it was because the Imam of this house to come was the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The Messenger of Allah was meant to be the Imam and he was to become the Imam of this house. Otherwise, it was not because the Quraysh was special in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Actually, if you look at it, what's worse? The destruction of the house of Allah or shirk in the house of Allah. But Allah did not destroy Abraha because of the mushrikeen or because of the Quraysh. He destroyed them because the Messenger of Allah was meant to come. And this is very, very important. Any Imam is the leader of the masjid and the masjid is not the leader of the Imam. The masjid is the building. And if you have a building which is worth 1 million, then the Imam should be worth 5 million. Doesn't necessarily mean money. That's how it works. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept the Kaaba because of the coming of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the greatest of Imams. And this is why the people that you have Imams should be the best in the community. They should be looked after because they should be the leaders. Nowadays, unfortunately, the committee group people or the people with a few wads and notes are those who run the masjids, and the Imam is worthless, and the committee want to keep some Imams worthless. Why? Because it allows them to perpetuate their ignorance and remain in charge. Allah destroyed the who? The Ahlul Kitab, not because of the mushrikeen, but because the Imam, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was coming. And this is until you change the mindset, you will always have a problem. The elite of our community go to the universities. Those who are totally and utterly worthless, no future, put them into a madrasa, make them Maulvis. In the countries that we come from, all those people who are the poorest, the yateems, those who are regarded as the low caste, are put into madrasa. None of the elite go to the Darul Ulooms and the madrasa. And then you turn around and you say, oh, you know what? Our Maulvis. Firstly, you don't respect your Maulvi because in your culture he's of a lower caste than you. Secondly, he's a yateem. He has no family to back him up. Thirdly, he was maybe, in many cases, not very good in any education. So you put him in a madrasa. And then you turn around. Then you turn around and say, you know what? But Maulvis, you reap what you sow. Then you turn around and say, where's the leaders of the deen? I'm asking you a question. Did you put your bright child to become a leader of the deen? Or did you put him in a university without any recognition of deen? Then why are you complaining for? You paid £25 an hour for his tuition. You sent him to the best school. You had him tuition. You never cared about him madrasa studies. And then you turn around. You have the gall and the audacity to say, where are the leaders of the deen? You never invested in the deen and you want mangoes on the tree. And unless we shift the paradigm, unless we change our mentality, then you are going to perpetuate the same mistakes that we have perpetuated in the past. Don't talk about Maulvis if you've never done anything. Don't talk about the ummah when you've never ever invested a day of your life in forwarding the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't complain about the state of the ummah if the only thing that you can give for your creator, only thing, and it's better than nothing, because more than many give, but the only thing that you can give for the sake of Allah is half an hour on Friday. And then you start talking about the ummah, you talk about leaders, you talk about masjid, you talk about molanas. What have you done? So brothers, my elders, if we want khair for this ummah, we need to shift the mentality. We need to shift the mentality. The imam is the best person in your community. Choose the best people for your imamat. Don't choose those people that you know you can keep under the thumb, that you can control.